Hello and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel, whichever one it may be. And if you are new here, please feel free to like and subscribe, comment, and yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if I'm doing a good job or not. Anyway, I'm gonna kit this up, not kitting it up on camera. This particular video, I am going to talk about sectioning off your canvas. So I do have two different canvases here because this canvas that I'm actually going to be working on for another video is a double-sided adhesive canvas, which means that it has this kind of white-ish covering over it, and underneath you still have your standard canvas. Oh, this one actually looks really nice. There is a little bit of a river in this one, so that fold did do a little bit of damage right here. Otherwise, it doesn't look too bad. She looks pretty good through here. There is another fold at the top though, so I'm gonna see if I can kind of smooth that out a little bit. If I was really good at being able to do things, I would be able to go through here. So you might be able to just kind of smooth that out. And once I put the drills on, this little bit down here, you can kind of see it. It's a little crinkly looking. It won't really matter once I start putting the drills on it. I'm going to go ahead and smooth this canvas down. But that is a double-sided adhesive, and that is, they call it a river. I don't know why. It's not like anything's flowing, but they call it a river, and it's just kind of like a crease in the canvas, or where the canvas kind of lifted up and kind of folded together. A little bit with the double-sided adhesive, so now it's kind of like sticking to itself and makes a little air pocket. I'm going to see if there is some more creases up here. This one's particularly bad looking right there, so let's see if they did the same on this side. They did, but that's okay. It's not horrible. You could go through, kind of take like a little X-Acto knife and cut into these, and then just kind of fold them so that they cross over a little bit. Hello, Paint It. You coming to help Bubba? Yeah. He's still right here. He didn't jump back down after he got stuck. He doesn't like to get stuck on the canvases. He doesn't. Oh, no, you don't. This one is not... I didn't do it right from here. I'm going to push it over it. There. A little bit, and then the same here. I'm going to push it over it. See if I can get that river out a little bit. It's not on the other side, which is good. It's just mostly on that side. But we do have a little bit of that rivering, a little bit of creasing. Alright. This is in my book. So I keep a book of all of the diamond paintings I have in my stash, so I can tell how many diamond paintings that I actually have, when I started them, and when I finished them. So overall in my current stash, I have 173 diamond paintings, but this is not finished, like, it's finished and unfinished stash. So like you can see this whole grouping right here. They all got done. They've all been finished. So, you know, like you can see throughout, I have some that are finished. So anywhere where it's not, it's blank over here, I haven't started them or anything. But this is Alice in Cheshire. This is the very first diamond painting on my list, or from my stash. This is the very first one, and I still haven't done this one. So I figured it would be a good one to do, and I'm going to do a challenge video with it to see how much of it I can get done, or I do a challenge. I don't know if I'll be able to do a full video on the challenge, but I'm going to have to see what works best. But anyway, we do have a second canvas here to show things, because I am going to show how to section off a canvas but I wanted to show it with a regular poured glue canvas. So this is a poured glue canvas because it has the clear sheet going over it. Which, when I first started diamond painting, poured glue was not a thing. I don't think. If it was a lot rarer. All of my early diamond painting kits came with the white sheet on it, and they were definitely probably double-sided adhesive. Anyway, so we have this one, Alice, with the cards. This one is Alice and Cheshire, is what I've called it. Let's see if we can get the picture up there as best we can. It's just a picture of Alice and Cheshire Cat. And there is something down here on the bottom, but I don't know what it says down here. I think it says Alice. Okay, now I can see the Alice in the camera down there. So it's Alice, Cheshire, and that thing that says Alice. Alright, but you can see that this one, this Alice, fits within the glue field, or the printed part of the canvas of Alice and Cheshire. And that is because Alice and Cheshire, which is a 30 by 40, we can even measure it out. It is, where is your top? There you are. Yep, 40 by 30. So this is a true to size canvas. Actually 30 by 40, whereas this one is not true to size, and this is a 25 by 35, so it is a whole 5 centimeters shorter on each side. I think this one might even be smaller than that. Let's go ahead and check that. So it is smaller than that, so this is only around 23 centimeters on that size, and 33, so it's 23 by 33, not even 25 by 35. So you can see it kind of just fits. The whole canvas fits inside. But they are marked the same. They are both a 30 by 40. There you see. So it is good to know if you are getting a true to size 30 by 40 canvas, or if you are getting a 30 by 40 canvas. Which this one probably isn't even, with it being 33. It's probably not even 30. No, it is. It is 30 from one side to the other. So, the whole canvas is 30 by 40. But anyway, I thought it would be easier to kind of show sectioning on this one than particularly on this one. I have a few things to section with, a few different things. So this here is release papers, and these would just trade out with your plastic here. So you would pull this plastic piece back, and then you would get one of your release papers. If I can get one, just one, or two. One of your release papers, and you would stick it over, kind of nervous about doing that, but anyway, you stick it over your canvas like that, and then when you pull this off, you can work on your section all the way across your canvas if you wanted to do it that way. Those are called release papers. Another one is frames, and with these, I'm not going to stick this down because I'm not starting this picture, but yeah. I might use them on the other one, I'm not sure. So these are frames. They are reusable, supposedly, but you would see it's a sticker, and you would take your sticker and stick it onto your canvas, and then you would cut out your cellophane wrap or whatever it is you're using or have, and you would do that section that way. So this would be section 1, this is section 2, and you'd have a whole section 3 over here as well. I mean, I'd probably do them more this way, 1, 2, 3. And yeah, so then you can do that. So these are stickers that stick directly onto your top sheet here, and you would continue to use your top sheet. And after that, you can continue to reuse these because they'll have this stuff on them, or whichever one you end up using, and you'll be able to just place them down on your canvas again, but you'll trade it out for this instead. It'll be like using a release paper at that point, because it'll make it a release paper. And then the third way is for the washi tape method, which is typically what I use, but I'm thinking I might try the frames. On this one, I might give the frames a try. Ooh. Wow, I've never had washi tape do that. This is old washi tape, though. I've had it for almost 2 years now, so it's old washi tape. I chose a nice flower one because I thought that would go good with Alice. But what I do is I decide how big of a space that I want to work with. And then I will just put the washi tape, lining it up with the drill field, and I'll just put it down like so. So it kind of lines up with your drill field and makes a perfect line across your canvas. And then you're going to do the same thing. Don't do it. Don't hook to yourself. The same thing in the other direction. So you would just line it up with your drill field. It gives you a nice, straight, perfect line from top to bottom, and you can make them however big you want. You want little ones to work on, you can do that. You want to split the canvas completely in half, you can do that. You can decide on how big you want your sections to be and how comfortable you feel working with those sections. And another thing some people like to do with washi tape, I typically don't because I just don't care. It's up to you if you care or not. Usually down here at the bottom of a canvas, there's a little bit of the glue that is coming over the edge to kind of give like an overlap of the canvas. And you can just line up your washi with the bottom of your canvas and stick this down, and it will cover that glue that has come past the edge so you don't get your hand or anything stuck in that glue when you're working. We could do that with the other one to kind of show you, because I do think that one had quite the overage. Alright, that went down. This is a very thin piece of cellophane. Ow, really? Peanut, really? Ow. No biting. Peanut. You're something else. Alright, this is the one I'm going to be kitting up later. I'm almost done with Stitch, so we're going to move into an Alice piece. And I don't know if I've ever shown this on the channel, because, yeah. But we'll go ahead and show this. We're going to put this back, and I'm just going to find something to sit down so that doesn't come back at me. Peanut! Go bother Daddy. Ask him to let you back outside. What you want. I don't even know. That's not what you want. I know what you want. I know what he wants. And I better go do it before he bites the crap out of me. He wants food. He wants food. You know, this drill field actually looks really nice. We're just going to line this up on the bottom edge here. And then all the way across to the other side. Make sure it's nice and straight. And you just push it down. And now that will cover, whoops, that's not even showing, I'm sorry. And now this will cover that glue. In this case, it's double-sided adhesive that's coming over the edge. So, and if you're still wondering how I know this is double-sided adhesive compared to poured glue, it's just because of this. The covering on it is really the only difference. Poured glue is almost always a clear cover. Double-sided adhesive is almost always this papery cover. Almost always, at least in my experience. so far with diamond painting. I only have 170 something in my stash though, so, you know, if you really want to know, you ask those people that have like 500 or something in their stash. I'm sure they have more of an idea. Yeah, this canvas looks really nice. Like I said, this one I got ages ago. I could probably look at my Amazon order and tell you when and how much it cost, but it'd be, oh, it's a long time, and I'm almost pretty certain I did get it off of Amazon. So we're just going to go ahead and put this around the border of this canvas. I don't normally do this because, again, I don't care. I don't care what the borders of my canvases end up looking like. It's, you know, because it'll protect against cat hair and stuff and dirt and dust and all that stuff as well from getting on your canvas. But I don't typically care because I don't care. I just don't care. I cut off the borders. I cut them off, or I'm covering them with a frame or something. But most of the time, or I put some sort of tape or something over the borders. I'm doing something that covers it, so it's, or getting rid of it, so it doesn't matter. Ooh, you barely have any. Wow. Like, there's hardly anything there on this one. I'm gonna go ahead and just put this down anyway. Make sure it's nice and neat and straight even. Yeah, nice and neat and straight. That's what I meant to say. Nice and even straven. Oh, that was a word vomit for sure. Alright. Let's go ahead and push you down. Yeah, and then because I do keep my drills and stuff separate, I usually will put this little tag here. This says Alice in Cheshire. You can see it. Somewhere on the canvases, I used to keep my canvases rolled up, but now I kind of keep them flat in storage books of a sort. Okay, just hold that down. Alright, I do like these release papers with the butterflies. They would go great without. I want to use release papers, or do I want to use the Enchanted Forest things over there? I think we'll use the Enchanted Forest. There we go. Alright, so that is all four sides. That is something that can be done. Yes, now normally I would go back over this with the washi and I would just go across and zoop, zoop, which you can still do even on this one. You're just, generally speaking, not gonna know where, unless you put a light board behind this, you're not gonna know where you're lining up. So you might just kind of guess, like, oh, I'm gonna go from, you know, like this point here to this point here. This looks like a good section. And you might just guess on your sections that way. But you can still use washi tape to section your canvas. And the thing I like about washi tape is it does give you that ability to choose how big you want your sections to be. Alright. Put those aside, and we're going to use the Enchanted Forest frames here. So, oh, alright, let's see how far we get with these. We're going to just take these, and I'm going to be turning them into, we can take that off. Now typically I actually tend to start from the bottom of a canvas. I don't know why, but it's where I like to start. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down here at the bottom. And I'm going to line it up where I think I'm actually going to give it like a little bit of space in each direction. And then when I cut it out, I'll kind of have like a little bit of a border around it. I heard my cookie. Alright. I heard my cookie meowing. Cats want kibble. I gotta get them some kibble. So I'll go ahead and give them a little bit of a border on all sides. So I'm not lining them up right next to each other on purpose. Now this is going to be interesting because in order to do this, maybe I should move. I could do a 4 directly across the bottom. So I'm going to put you down. And maybe I will do that instead. So I'll pull this up. And we'll do a little bit tighter in here. And do 4 directly across the bottom. Maybe I won't give them anything around the edge when I'm finally done with them, but we'll see. 3 and 4. It looks like it would go off the edge. By how much? Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work. Sometimes you gotta think about how you're gonna do these things. Like, how do I want to do this? I want to make this work. We can do this way. Let's go ahead and just move these because I tend to work in a little bit bigger sections than this anyway. I will make them. We'll do 3. I could do 4 across the bottom. Maybe. I don't know if it would work or not. I mean, they might work better that direction, but if I move this over, maybe I can do, these are peeling off from this really easy. I do kind of want a little bit of space between them, just enough to put like a little bit of like a blade or something, or scissors or something through to cut through them. And hopefully line these up. Oh, number 4. It's, you know, it's a little bit off. I could probably move, you know, like 1 over again a little bit more and have it kind of off the edge. I don't know fully how I want to do this one, you know, because it is kind of, I'll go this way instead. 4 is kind of coming off the edge over here. I don't think it'll be a problem with the washi tape being underneath it, but I don't know if that's really how I want it to be. So that's why I think I might section them a little differently, just because there's no way for me to get 4 on this without, you know, like really running into some issues. So I'm going to make it 3. 3 across. And we're just going to pull these in from the edge some. And do that. And make it 3, and then I can do the same up here. So we'll have 4. There's only 8. Interesting. And then, and I can always move these around too as I'm diamond painting, because these are peeling off this really easily. But for this is making, you know, a pretty decent sized section to work on. And then there's only 8, so there's going to be 1 spot left open up here. But it's okay. And like I said, I could decide that I want to move them around a little differently as I start working on the canvas. And then after this, if I leave the back on them, because they are reusable, They are reusable stickers, so I can hold on to these and stick them back on these. Or I can stick them with the backing on them. Kind of. So, I forget where I got these. These are from Loena's Designs on Etsy, so I will remember to link that. That's where I got these. But you can get other border items, so it'll be, like, imagine there's a number 9, and now I have 9 complete sections to work on. These are pretty big sections, so I might do a little shifting around to try to make them a little bit smaller. I'm not sure. But the one thing about these is that if you wanted to do a wheel picker or something, now you have 9 sections, technically. 9 sections to choose from, and you can do a wheel picker and say, okay, I want to do section 8. Or the wheel picker chooses section 8, or you can ask, where did I leave my phone? I don't even know. You could ask Siri or Alexa or whatever you have to pick a number for you as well. So there's that. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video and learned something about sectioning off your diamond painting. I know we really didn't show sectioning in and of itself with the washi tape, so I guess I should do that real quick, show what a section could look like. So we'll go ahead and just section this Alice one up, because, you know, so here we go. I'm going to do this one in thirds. I'm actually going to do it in thirds. We're going to move that bottom line. I'm going to do this in thirds. And then in thirds again. I think make 9 sections on this one. This one would have been perfect for those. I think. This would have been perfect for those little things. To do 3 across. But anyway, we're just going to move this. So as you can see too, if you decide you want to change your section, most of the stuff lifts up pretty easily and sticks back down pretty easily as well. So it's not like if you make a mistake you can't fix it. You can easily fix it. So we're going to go ahead and do this one in thirds and thirds again. So thirds, so we have 9 sections on this. And as you can see, it doesn't take all that long to do either. Just section it out. We'll do the right here. And down the line. Down the line, and there we go. So now each of these diamond paintings is separated into 9 sections. There we go. Oh, and I never did show the drills, so there you see the little sticker I put Alice in Cheshire on the drills. Not that you wouldn't have been able to tell by the fact that the picture is there. There's a good picture of the picture for Alice in Cheshire. But yes, so that is the one I'm going to be working on and kitting up. And this one we just sectioned for fun. But that is 9 sections on each one. And it'll be fun to work with these sectioning things and see how I like them. Because most of the time I have just used washi tape. It's not that I don't like release paper. I don't mind release paper. I'm happy to use release paper. I just prefer washi tape myself. But that is a couple of different ways to section off your canvas. These are called frames. Sometimes they're clear. Sometimes they're filled in like this, but yeah, these ones are frames, washi tape, and then we have the release paper that goes directly onto the canvas itself. So you pull this up and put the release paper down on your canvas, and it just releases right off your canvas. That's why it's called release paper. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed and learned something from this video, and thank you for watching.